Hello, and welcome back to the studio. I'm Dr. Wiggo, and today I've got another tripod. Yes, another tripod. You can't have too many tripods. In particular, you can't have too many F38 tripods, because that's what this one is. Although technically it's UKA, which is compatible with F38, but it's not F38. I don't know. My stuff will fit on here. So as usual, I'm going to tell you why I bought another tripod. There are reasons. And then I'm going to unbox this tripod, and then I'm going to show you all the things it'll do, which is what makes it worth $300. Although you can get it for less. But list price $300. Worth it, as you'll see very shortly. So why did I buy another tripod? Well, if you've watched the channel for a while, you know that I've been buying new tripods because I had a bunch of old tripods that are no longer functioning at their peak. Plus, I have gone to the F38 system, which Ulanzi and Falcom started, and so I have these little plates on all of my cameras, and now with this, they'll be on all of my tripods. Because then you can just switch cameras from tripod to tripod and you don't have to think anything about it. And handhelds, I have a million things that use F38. So it just made sense. And then, of course, the real reason, Bennett. Yes, I saw it on Mark Bennett's Camera Crisis a few weeks ago. And he had a coupon code, which he may still have. I'll link his video down below. Well, it was like 20% off. So I didn't pay $300. I paid closer to $220. So check out his video, see if his coupon thing still works. If not, there's an Amazon link down below where you can pay the full $300. Don't know why you would if you could get it cheaper, but it's there if you need it. Well, let's just get into it because you need to see what's in this box. It's called the Ulanzi GlideGo tripod, except that's not on the box anywhere. On the box, it just says overhead video tripod, which you're going to see in a little while. It's pretty amazing. But the official name on their website is the GlideGo. There we go. This is all that's in the box. There's more in here. Now, it's technically a travel tripod, but they don't call it a travel tripod. But look how small it is. I mean, this is 20.3 inches long or 51.5 centimeters, so it is not very big. And it comes in a bag, which kind of makes you think it's a travel tripod. And it has the strap, you know, so you can sling it over your arm. But here it is. There's no little manual with it, well, that I can see. And I can see the whole thing, so. So as you can see, while they don't call it a travel tripod, it is carbon fiber and aluminum for, you know, these kind of parts. But so it's very lightweight. It weighs just under 3.9 pounds, 1.76 kilograms for you metric people. But you can see it's very small. And when you set it up at its lowest height, well, it's 20 inches long in the case. When you splay the legs out, it drops down to about 17.3 inches, 44 something centimeters. I'll put all these specs on the screen as I'm talking. But you can see it's very solid, carbon fiber, sturdy, lightweight, under 4 pounds. And now we get into it. So I mentioned the F38 system. That's right here on top. Comes with a plate. Although, again, if you look at the top, it says UKA. It's technically not F38. But I happen to have a camera with an F38 plate right here. And you can see it just drops right in. Now, if you look here, you'll see there's a button, which you push it, it lets the camera go. But if you slide this to the left, it locks it so the button won't let go. You can not worry about your camera falling off. Now, one of the features of this tripod is a pan and tilt handle. So if you turn, I believe, this knob, but notice it kind of springs back. So you got tilt. And then when you tighten that up, and you turn this little knob here, you've got pan. So it's got a pan, tilt and pan ball head built in, part of the deal. But wait, there's more. It's got a center column that raises up, or I'm hitting my camera. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to set this on the floor so you can see how it extends. For extension, it's got the little flip, drop right out. My other Ulanzi's tripods have the turn. I actually prefer those, but a lot of people prefer these, so you can get either one. So now I have the legs extended. So now you turn this knob and you can raise the center column. And then you turn this knob. No, okay. It is confusing. You flip this tab out and now you can raise the other center column. So, by the way, notice I'm 6'1". This is a 20-inch tripod when it's folded up that goes over 6 feet. 73.6 inches, 187 centimeters for the metric people. So that's all pretty cool. But wait, if you look here, now we had the panning thing here where you could pan the ball head. But wait, there's another panning thing here. So if you loosen this, well, why would you want to do that? Well, maybe you'd want to do that if you flip this over. It's got little teeth in here. So when you tighten this up, so now you have an overhead. Well, let me line this back up. Stick the camera back in there. Now you have an overhead. You know, for my overhead shots, I have a camera mounted on a C-stand with a big long arm hanging over the middle of the desk. But if you want to do a quick and dirty, you just use this. And because it gets so tall, I'm a good 1.5 to 2 feet off the desk. It's a sit-stand desk and it's power, so I could actually lower the desk if I needed more room for an overhead shot. But wait, it gets better. Because you have this pan here, but at the same time, you can pan this way. So you can come in, do your overhead, do your fadeaway, and it gets more fun. Let's say you load this around here. So now you can do these kind of moves with the camera. And tilt. I mean, it's very versatile. Now you can also adjust how far out it hangs if you don't want it all the way. And if you'll notice, it has a hook here, so you can weight it, or you can still weight it under here so that you don't have to worry about it toppling over. Now, as you know with tripods, always have the camera over one of the legs so it's less likely to tip. But again, you put some weights on here or here, you're going to lower the possibility of tipping. So when you're doing one of these kind of moves, but as you can see, now it is carbon fiber, so it's very light. It could tip over. In fact, I can kind of feel it wanting to go with this heavy camera on here. By the way, it'll take up to 5 pounds over here. The tripod itself will handle 39 pounds, but the ball head, so pretty cool. It's a great little tripod. Now see, with just the one column up, it's, again, I'm 6 feet, I'm 6'1". This is right at eye level. I mean, I can shoot through the viewfinder, don't have to step up on my tiptoes, don't have to raise up, don't have to lower down. It's the perfect height for me. And of course, you can adjust it so you can make it the perfect height for you. Unless you're taller than, well, of course, if you're taller than 6'1", you can flip this thing. And so it looks like if you're about 6'5", you could be looking through the viewfinder on this thing. Well, that's all pretty swell. But this is, it's a tripod, but it does these other things. But wait, there's more. You see this little handle here? Your tilt pan handle? Well, if you unscrew it, and then unscrew the bottom, you have magnetic screwdriver bits. This thing on the side here looks like it takes this one. So you pop that in there, and you can adjust. You can work on the tripod, tighten up things, and it's got a flat screwdriver blade. Oh, this is the Phillips head. Ooh, the Phillips head's in there good. So if you need a screwdriver, you got one with you. Let me pan this up a little. Can you see the spirit level? Right there, the bubble level. So you can make sure you can level it. Now, I don't know if it's how well it's showing up on camera, but these aluminum pieces are green. They're dark green. But by the way, what they are is, they're your little handles. So you can pull it down. So you can get it down pretty flat. I saw one review where he said it's so complicated because there's so many things you can turn and twist, but you'll get the hang of it. But then you move these down. See, there's the next position. There's the next position, which is the last one. So it looks like there's 1, 2, 3. It's amazing. I mean, anything you need this to do, pretty much it will do. You can also, of course, take the center column out, flip it upside down, so you can put the camera down almost touching the ground. Although, as I showed you with the thing, when you pull the thing up and turn it, you can get it where it's moving right alongside the bottoms of the leg. So you can get the camera down near the ground from this position. So basically, any angle you want to be at, upside down, right side up, way up high, way down low, this tripod will do it for you. Under 4 pounds, very lightweight. So while they don't call it a travel tripod, it is a travel tripod. They call it the GlideGo video tripod. Now, the JJ06, this model, is the video version. There's a JJ05, which doesn't have the pan and tilt head. It doesn't have this. There's lots of videos. You can go watch other photographers and YouTubers talking about this. But almost every one of those videos is either a sponsored video or they got it for free. I bought this with my own money. Ulanzi doesn't know me from Adam. I'm a guy who bought something off their website. I'm telling you my unvarnished opinion, and I gotta say, I kind of like it. I mean, it's got, mounts here, so if you want to mount a little arm to hold a monitor, or there's one around here. There's 2. There's one on that side and one on that side. They flank the leg that says overhead video tripod. There's not one around this side. It has this thing there instead. So for $300 list price, you can get a travel tripod, a tall tripod, an overhead shot tripod, a pan and tilt tripod. It basically does everything for $300. I don't have a lot of complaints. I prefer the twist, not the flip lock. Although some people prefer the flip lock, not the twist. Well, Ulanzi has both, because if you look at that other video I'll link down below, it had the twist. Also carbon fiber, also a travel tripod. I will agree with the guy who said it was confusing, because there's so many things that you can adjust. I mean, that does that, and this does the flip over, and this does the pan, and then the thing, and you can pan up here, and you can pan down here. It's a lot, but incredibly versatile, very lightweight. I like it. You won't see it, but the next time I'm using this will probably be either in the library or the office or out in the driveway, because I do owe y'all a 1-year review of my car. I haven't done it yet because it's so hot outside. I'm waiting for it to, like, the temperature to break, which may be September. So you may get a 1 year and 2 months review of my car. 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid Limited. So that's the Ulanzi GlideGo JJ06 video tripod. There's also the photo version, the JJ05. UKA, but it works with F38, so if you have F38 like I do, you're good. It's 17 inches to well over 6 feet and overhead shots. What more could you want out of a tripod? Well, that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Bye-bye. I gotta go start working on the next video, which may be about the Nintendo Switch. Thanks for staying to the end. Bye-bye.